Choke no joke, we back. It's day 13 and the defense is up to bat. We got 10 minutes to go before we get started. Choke no joke, you already know the Tunnel documentary is out right now. Amazon Prime, Tubi, Apple TV, Cluster, right here, Stash Movies on YouTube. Make sure y'all go get that. We got 10 minutes and we will be in court. In the meantime, in between time, I dropped the link for y'all for the Tunnel documentary. Make sure y'all go check it out, all right? Let's get to it.
Choke no joke, yeah. It's choke no joke. Let's go. Choke no joke, chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke, niggas choke no joke. What up, y'all? It's Arthur D. Austin, better known as Choke No Joke. We out here at the legendary Tunnel nightclub, or at least where it used to be. Everybody asks me what's the Tunnel. The Tunnel was a nightclub that was owned in the 90s here by Peter Gateshin. In 94, Stress Entertainment started a party called Mecca. In 96, Franchise Entertainment took it over and they had it until it closed. All the biggest names in hip hop perform here, from Jay-Z, Meth and Red, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Nas, Puff Daddy and the Family, Eve, you name it, they was all here. If you had heart, you came here. But everybody didn't have heart. So it's time for y'all to enter the club most people feared to enter, the Tunnel.
The Tunnel wasn't a unique hip-hop club, and its foundations were based on the concept of bringing hip-hop from all the boroughs to one location. And it was the brainchild of Peter Gateshin. My name is Sterling Cox. I was the head of security.
Alpha Grinion, Brooklyn, New York.
My name is V.
House.
Sincere from Brooklyn.
Glenn Beck. Jumping Lee, whatever Lee you want to call me.
Omega.
Ray Mack.
Diamond.
Craig.
Candy.
Big Box. Big Country.
Ramona Diaz.
Big Penna. Big CB.
John Bass Raleigh.
Sean Brophy, sound engineer.
DJ Johnny Walker Red.
MC Frank Jigger, the celebrity's choice.
Choke no joke, legendary videographer.
Supreme Bigger Figure. Big Cap. The Warden.
Big G, AKA the ringleader.
The Tunnel was a hip-hop nucleus.
It was the epicenter.
It was the domain, the temple.
It was the Mecca.
It was like the hip-hop Woodstock.
Nothing was that melting pot of hip hop.
They kept the paradigm going.
It's almost like what Rucker did for like street basketball. The Tunnel was that of music industry.
Hip hop had a heart. That shit was one of the main arteries.
It was actually a Mecca. That's what the original name of the party was, Mecca.
It was like a time machine. That's how the Tunnel was. You came out a whole different individual.
We went in there, young men with attitudes, and came out there wiser men with our lives.
It was definitely a starting, beginning spot for artists to come and mingle and branch out and get your record heard and get your shit together, really, to go into the next phase of your career.
The Tunnel was not open or did not open. A lot of new artists, or a lot of artists that we know now, to this very day, will have never been known.
All these artists out today need to be happy that the Tunnel was fucking open. Nobody would hear none of y'all singing tight pants niggas right now. The Tunnel was a platform for niggas like Jay and Puff, Wu and Mob and DMX and Rough Riders. Niggas don't respect these niggas today, man. You need to realize, man, without them niggas, man, and their platform, it made a lot of moves for niggas today. It happened there, it made it relevant.
Became a pillar of hip hop.
The Tunnel is the nucleus of hip hop. And I'll say all the way down south, because when the Tunnel was open, wasn't too much going on down that motherfucker. Y'all can say what y'all want, peace to the south, but New York made the shit pop. New York was where it's at. The Tunnel in New York is where you needed to be to pop.
The Tunnel was definitely a hip-hop nucleus, yo. It was just like the galaxy and bring other planets in. You have people from France, Germany, London, everywhere. If they came to New York, they had to go to the Tunnel.
Hi, Premier. I come here to meet you, and I'm going to all the place. I'm going to the Bronx, to Sedgwick Avenue, Cool Hook to the party and Cedar, and then I'm going to the tunnel.
It was our barometer for, how we were really gauging records, and we were really, studying the behavior of the consumer.
And it ain't just like how they do it now. You could just throw a record out and, you know what I'm saying, wait 8 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever for the shit to bubble. Niggas was putting them records on to see if them shits get that reaction. And if the shit was popping, niggas would fast track it. If it wasn't, niggas would go back to the drawing board.
Absolutely. It's the definition of hip-hop nucleus. Everything was there.
Everything that surrounded hip-hop, from fashion to music, hairstyles.
Like, it encompassed every part of the hip-hop experience, and they put it all in one building on a Sunday night.
If you go as far back to little hole in the walls and little, centers where people start elaborating, playing the sounds and displaying the culture, to within later on you have places that was up in Harlem, like Harlem World, up in the Bronx called T Connection, just using them as an example, of many other places all throughout the city. And then years later, here come places like Union Square and Latin Quarters. The last of the Mohegans of for real hip hop had became the Tunnel.
Tunnel was definitely a hip hop nucleus. It really was. And you gotta say, believe it or not, the wagon master was a one-eyed white guy from Canada, Peter Gation.
Nothing will ever be like the Tunnel.
Choke, no joke, chicky, choke, no joke. Choke, no joke, chicky, choke, no joke. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is. Choke, no joke, we here, man. You already know. It is day 13 of the trial. We here now. All right, like my man PJ said, we here now. You know what it is. Hit that like button. What you waiting for? It don't cost you nothing. It's just a push of a button. I mean, just look right on the screen where it says subscribe. Just hit that button. If you watching right now and you signed into your Google, your Gmail account, or your YouTube, just hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. If you can't donate, that is the way to donate for me. Hit that subscribe button. Cost you nothing, just a push of a button. King James, salute. Appreciate the coins. Vince Promo, Darius Harvey, thank y'all very much for the support. All right, you know how we do. Kareem Smiggity in the building. The usual suspects, Michelle Frizzy first in the building. Ab, second in the building. Do thing, damn things, baby. Do things, third in the building. Choke no joke, we here, man. All right? You know how we do, man. This is what we do. We cover the trial. Now, before we get started on the trial, which is going to start any second now, let me just address something real quick. All you goofies out there that's sitting there reporting, oh, Suge Knight said, Suge Knight said the defense offered him $1 million to testify, you know, and say that Keefe D. Listen, y'all. All y'all Johnny come lately niggas. Suge Knight ain't talking about Michael Sanf. He wasn't even talking about Michael Pandulo and them before Michael Sanf got on the case and the last lawyers on the case. Suge said that when Carl Arnold was on the case well over a year ago. And he just regurgitated what he said over a year ago. All y'all goofy niggas running over to YouTube. Suge said the defense tried to, that's old. Where the hell y'all niggas been at? Oh, y'all just want to come jump on this Tupac train late. Suge Ben said that, all right? Reform Jersey in the building. Thanks for the 100 jewels. 100 got 100 clips. We got 100 jewels. When we form jerseys on this shit, he dropping 100 jewels. Rest in peace, Jewel. All right, but choke no joke, man. Yeah, so all y'all out there that's reporting, oh, Suge Knight said that the defense officer, he's talking about 3 lawyers ago. And I don't even believe that to be true. Because what lawyer is going to sit there and offer him $1 million? And where was Keefe D getting $1 million from to pay Suge? So y'all just a little late. Like, I reported that Suge said that over a year ago, 3 lawyers ago. All right? So all y'all running with that, y'all niggas is late. You know, Suge be playing mind games with y'all niggas. I'm glad I got to know that nigga. Cause I know when he playing games. Got 100 clips. Down for New York. All right, Perry Jones with a 800. Jesus, we got more jewels than the Diamond District over here today, baby. You already know. That's what you call support, baby. I appreciate y'all. All right. Will Keefe D testify? Hell no. Keefe D better not testify. I think this thing's already wrapped up in one already. There's nothing that puts Keefe D there. There's nobody that puts Keefe D there. There's no receipts that put Keefe D there. There's no video that puts Keefe D there. There's no one that testified that put Keefe D there. So if Keefe D loses, it's straight railroad. But we waiting on Miss Curly Kearney to come in with her curly hair, curly locks. And we gonna get right to it. But I need y'all to pay more attention to what's going on here, all right? Understand what's going on. Nobody sat there, in my opinion, and offered Suge $1 million. And if Keefe D would have had $1 million, to give Suge to testify, he would have bailed himself out a year and some change ago before he even caught that bullshit case they put on him. So my thing to y'all is this, while we wait for them to come in, right? Was Keefe D proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, right? By the prosecution? In my opinion, no. Now let me help you understand what reasonable doubt is, or beyond a reasonable doubt, right? There is no doubt that let's create a scenario. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna point out a scenario to make this possible for the people that may not get it, to make this simple so they can understand. All right. Say if I was in the back seat of the car, right, with Suge and Tupac, right, and I was videotaping, right. Say I was in the car with them and I was in the back and I was videotaping, and we was on our way to Club 662, and the white Cadillac pulled up, and I filmed Orlando Anderson reaching out of the car as the car pulls up, and I see T Brown and Big Dre, right? And I capture them all on camera, right? The entire shooting on tape, and the car pulling off and catch the license plate, right? Let's say I catch the license plate, right? Now we are in court today, right? And they have that video, and you can see the 3 out of the 4 members that allegedly were in the car, but you can't see Keefe D, right? That will place 3 out of 4 people there, right? Then if I had the license plate and it was ran and it came back as a rental car that was rented by any one of those 3 people connected to those people, right, in that car, then you could add Orlando Anderson in the MGM fight footage to place him in Las Vegas in a fight to show that he had motive to kill Tupac. Now, in this case, they don't have any of that type of evidence, all right? They give me a start. They don't have any of that type of evidence that puts Keefe D in the car or in Las Vegas. Right? Now, if they had that type of information, then yeah, it probably sound right. They don't have none of what I just said. None of it. 229 Laconia in the house, I see you. Let's get to it.
I need to get out of these flash drives. That'd be a good idea. Yeah. Okay.
Courtroom looking pretty full in here today.
Which one calls first? Sam for Dre.
Shout out to Curly Kearney. Hey, Curly. I know she'd be happy
Ready
with
to
this.
the buttons to jury. You may be seated. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now into the defense case in chief. Mr. Stamp, who will be your first witness?
Your Honor, at this time I'd like to call Stan Height. Please stand.
Okay.
And thanks for your support, Darius. Appreciate you, brother.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. You may be seated. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Stan Height, H-Y-T.
Thank you, sir. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Stamp, you may proceed.
Sir, I'm turning your attention back to the year of 1996.
Yes.
How were you employed?
I was with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I was an officer working overtime on that date.
Okay, and when you say you were working overtime, how does that work exactly? Explain to the jury.
When there's certain special events, they ask people to, officers to sign and volunteer to work overtime assignments. They pay time and a half.
And you know what the reason was for the need for additional officers on this particular night?
It was a night that Mike Tyson was fighting. It was collective of people getting together for partying. They wanted to keep the peace, basically, keep things civil.
Right, and with regards to those types of events back in the day when we had boxing as our main feature,
right.
There's a couple of us in the audience that probably is unfamiliar with how Las Vegas was. Can you describe for us a little bit about the just overall amount of people coming to Las Vegas for something like a fight?
Well, Mike Tyson was a big name. Obviously, I'm sure most of you all know him. He was making like $30 million a fight. He was winning his fights within a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And I think that particular night he did also. He won one of his fights, got paid big, and they were ready to party.
Now, and just to be fair, your role was not to deal with the Mike Tyson fight.
No, it was Suge Knight event. Yeah.
So you were, and just explain a little bit for the jury, what were your role that night? What were you supposed to be doing?
Basically, just keep the peace, make sure there was no fights, no shootings, nobody get killed type thing.
Okay.
That was basically our.
And when you say you were there to make sure to keep the peace, where exactly were you?
At Suge Knight's residence. There were several of us hired to do this assignment.
I'm now going to show you what's been marked and admitted.
Yeah, well, admitted by stipulation, Judge.
Okay. By stipulation, looks like defense BBB, defense AAA, defense YY. May I approach her?
Okay. Those may be admitted.
Just take a look at these until we recognize.
Yes, that's the area that we were assigned. Right.
You have
At the edge. Okay. Yeah.
And then just look at this one as well.
Oh. It's the same one. And that's an extended view of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, approach, Your Honor.
You may.
Showing you what's been marked as defense exhibit YY. This, can you explain to the jury what this image is here?
This is a neighborhood involved. The green area, the park area up above would be.
So what you can do, sir, because we don't have a way for you to do that. First and foremost, is this an overall view of the Las Vegas Strip? Looks like the airport and a few other things.
Yes.
Okay. You could actually step down off chair one and just point to an area that we're talking about. But before you do that, I'm going to show you what's been marked and admitted already as defense exhibit AAA. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes.
Okay. And can you explain to the jury what this photograph is?
That's the area of the, I think it's Sierra Rancho Estates, where Suge Knight lived.
Okay. So up over here, just for the jury's edification, what would this be?
That's just a desert area.
Okay. Are you sure that's not the airport?
Is it? I don't see any runways, but I'm gonna have to take your word on that one.
That's fine.
Okay.
Down over here, do you recognize what this is here?
It's a golf area. Uh-oh.
You can get a little closer if you want to that screen if it helps you with your vision.
You know, this is 20 years ago. And
I know.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's almost 30 actually.
Yeah, basically it's just Sunset Park, the whole, that's all.
All right, if you could just help us out real quick and just point to the general area in which you were assigned that particular night.
Okay, I believe it was, I can't with any certainty, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So what we're looking at here.
No, it was adjacent to the park, I'm not getting the, it's been too long for me.
Okay. You can guys just sit down for that. Don't worry about that.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. It's been 30 years. Now, let me ask you this, though. Fair enough to say, as a police officer, if you are called to testify, God forbid, 30 years after an event occurs, what would be the material you would use to help protect
My officer's report at the time.
Right. And with regard to these officers' reports, for instance, critical piece of your tool set as a police officer?
Very critical.
So, like in this case there, and you don't remember 30 years later certain things. Yes?
Right.
Okay.
I've really never patrolled that area. That was just an assignment for that one night for me.
Sure.
I've always been in the Northwest, so
no
I
worries.
wish I could have identified Suge Knight's residence better.
Now, in this particular regard, I'm going to turn your attention to the Suge Knight residence. Can you tell us what you actually did at the residence?
I was with another officer, and we were at a gate, and we basically stayed at the gate while an entourage of vehicles came through. Approximately 15 vehicles came through, and the last one being Suge Knight's.
Okay, now, with regard to the entourage of vehicles, where did they go?
In through the gate. I never went in through the gate, so I didn't see where they went after they entered the gate.
Okay. And with regard to the vehicles that went in, did you recognize or give note of any of the vehicles that were in there?
The last one was Suge Knight's. It was a cream-colored Cadillac.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I just want to make sure. The last one that you had was a cream-colored Cadillac?
Yes.
And why do you remember that vehicle?
Just pointed out to me at the time. It was occupied by two black males.
Okay.
And I didn't know Suge Knight at the time. I was kind of, interested in, looking for Tyson at the time, and they just pointed that vehicle out to me as Suge Knight's.
Yeah. And fair to say, though, that at some time in the future, you were asked to obviously write a report on that particular issue.
Yes.
That was your officer's report.
Yes.
And in that officer's report, did you include the mention of a cream-colored Cadillac with two black male adults?
I did.
Okay.
The
Now, after your
police, niggas.
view of the Cadillacs going into the residence, how long after that did the shooting of Tupac Shakur occur?
Probably half an hour later that they came out. And it was probably 10 minutes later, Mike Tyson actually entered. It's probably another 10 minutes after he came out again. And it was probably 10 minutes after that the shooting took place.
Okay, and just for the jury's edification, when you say Mike Tyson entered, meaning he came into the residence.
He came in, but not with the entourage of the first 15. First 15 vehicles went into the gate. They all came out again. Mike Tyson went in the gate. He came out, and then we left. And at that point, maybe it was approximately 10 o'clock, I think, the shooting took place.
Okay. Sir, I have no further questions of you. Thank you.
Okay.
Hang on, Mr. Hyde. They might be cross.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. DiGiacomo, do you have any cross?
Very little. Officer Height.
Yes.
If you could explain to ladies and gentlemen of the jury, when officers at the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department want to work overtime, they can sign up for special events, and then the police department assigns you where to go for that particular event.
Yes.
And usually that works by a business or a lawyer or something setting up with the sheriff or one of the sheriff's employees a special request for, hey, I want officers for this particular event.
We have a special event. We had a special events section of the police department that businesses that would promote events would contact, and they would ask how many, they would ask how many officers they need, and officers would be called, and then we would show up at the assigned locations.
And so on this particular night, it was Metro that assigned you to this location in order to keep the peace for whatever reason.
Yes.
You indicated that you were mainly at the guard gate.
Yes.
And you saw a sequencing of events that occurred at the guard gate.
Yes.
at some point after the homicide, did somebody direct you to write your report?
Yes.
And during the course of that, did you know well, first of all, who directed you?
I believe it was my lieutenant at the time.
Your lieutenant said, hey, we should document this.
Yes.
And one of the things you documented was not only that you were there, but that the guard gate security detail was called Allied Security and that they maintained a log of the vehicles that went in and out.
I believe that's correct.
Thank you very much. Nothing further.
Anything further, Mr. Sam?
Yes, Mr. Hyde, just one final thing. When you're doing this kind of work, it's for additional hours, right?
Yes.
What were you wearing on that particular night?
Uniform.
And is that always the case?
Yes.
So even if you're like, say, not at Suge Knight's residence, but say at some other club area in the parking lot, you'd still be wearing your uniform?
Yes.
Okay. No further questions.
There are different bureaus that can get assigned different things. I was uniformed, so I was always uniformed. There may be detectives or others that would respond differently, but my assignments were I was uniformed, so I was always in uniform.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
1 second.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for this witness? We have some.
Y'all heard it, right? The white Cadillac pulled up with Suge in them with 2 people in it. So you know where the 4 people, the 5 people came in the car from? Porky. They came up with that story. The white Cadillac it pulled up in Suge's house. You got to go through the gate.
A couple questions from our jurors. Did you notice any damage or bullet holes on any of the cars that came through the gates at Suge Knight's residence, especially the white Cadillac?
No, there was no damage on it.
No damage. Were any of the crew members carrying guns?
I didn't see any guns on any of the entourage people, no, because they were all in their cars. We all had guns.
Okay,
Uniform.
Got it. Did you see the cream-colored Cadillac leave?
Yes. They all left.
Okay, when was that?
Close to 10 o'clock, I would say.
Okay.
Maybe 9:30-ish.
Got it?
Yeah,
Sam, any further questions?
Yeah, nigga, I told y'all. Yeah.
Thank you. Now you're free to
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. Mr. Stack, your next witness.
Your Honor, we'd like to call Charles Mangrum, please, to the stand.
Charles Mangrum. Okay.
Let Mike cook. Let Mike cook. I bet you a bunch of people ran out of the goddamn courthouse right now to go report the white Cadillac was with Suge in them. Nigga. Huh. I don't want to call anybody stupid, but what have I been telling y'all? What have I been telling y'all? I ain't want to call nobody stupid, but what have I been telling y'all? Y'all niggas don't know professional hits when you see one. Y'all niggas got to be from the street to read this, baby. Yeah.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Do.
You may be seated. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Charlie Mangrum, CHARLIEMANGRUM.
Thank you, sir. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Stamp, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Mangrum, turn your attention back 30 years from now.
Okay.
on the night of September 7th, 1996. What were your employee doing?
I was assigned as an overtime officer in charge of 3 other police officers to monitor a party that was supposed to happen at Suge Knight's house located on Tomiyasu.
Okay, I'm going to show you here some maps. I just want to see if you can help identify where this is located. May I approach?
Yeah, you may.
For the record, showing you what's been marked and admitted. This would be Defense Exhibit CZ.
You don't have that? That one's not admitted yet.
Oh, I have not. Let me just back up there. This is Defense Exhibit YY, Defense Exhibit AAA, and Defense Exhibit BBB. Just take a look at this one. When you're done.
Okay.
Do you recognize those aerial photographs?
Yes.
Let me just go ahead and say that they've been admitted already by a stipulation between the parties. I'm going to just put this up on the screen for everyone to see.
Okay.
So with regards to the first photograph here, which would be the first aerial view here, this would be Defense Exhibit YY. You recognize this?
I told him it wasn't admitted.
Yes.
Now, just a general idea though, what is this a image of?
It's an aerial view of the gated community where Suge Knight lives.
Okay.
Of Tomiyasu.
All right, and just because of the fact that we're looking at an overall aerial view, it looks like it's Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Can you step down and just point to the jury where on this photograph is the location of Suge Knight's house?
On this?
Yeah, you can step down. Thank you, sir.
This was a gate. Suge Knight's house was just about next door to the gate.
Okay, so just for our edification though, it looks like there is a, would that be an airport that's right there to the left?
Yes, Harry Reid Airport.
Okay, and the major cross streets that would be the area which we're talking about here, would that be what, Sunset and Eastern?
Tomiyasu runs to Sunset, and Eastern is to this direction.
Okay. Now, I'm going to show you now what's already been marked and admitted as Defense Exhibit AAA. Is this a closer image of the area that we're talking about?
Yes.
All right, can you point to the jury where that area is?
Sunset Park. And this would be this is Suge Knight's area here. That should be Tomiyasu.
Okay. And then just one final image here. I'm showing you what's been admitted to by stipulation, ZZ. Can you describe or tell the jury what we're looking at here?
Mr. Smith, this isn't admitted.
Tomiyasu
I'm sorry.
up to
Sir, Mr. Mayor, I'm telling for Vixen.
Yes, I apologize. Mr. Sampson and I stipulated to all of these maps. I think maybe he didn't make the best record about that. So, but all of the maps that he has, we agreed to by stipulation.
Okay,
Sorry.
it's admitted via stipulation. Go ahead.
Thank you. And that's ZZ. Go ahead, sir.
yes, this would be Tomiyasu, and Suge Knight's house would have been just on the north of the main gate that we were working that night.
Okay, and that's all we need for you for that purpose. Now, in terms of what your job was that night, what were you assigned to do?
Apparently, there had been other parties following Mike Tyson fights at Suge's house, and the HOA or association had some issues with the number of people and the number of uninvited guests that showed up, and they wanted to have some police officers there to help keep the peace.
All right, and can you tell us what you were wearing on that particular night?
I was wearing a uniform,
All right.
police uniform.
And when you were there, were you able to notice any of the traffic of vehicles going in and out of the residence area?
Yes.
Can you describe for us any of the vehicles that had either gone in or out of the resident area?
Yes. At approximately about 10:10, 10:15, Suge Knight driving a BMW, blue BMW, with Tupac in the passenger seat, came to the gate, and followed by, I believe, probably 5 or 6 other vehicles in line, which I described in my OR report.
Okay. Now, just to make sure I'm clear with the R report, you don't have to do that right now, but with regards to your R report, is that something that you do as a police officer, is write a report?
Yes.
Now, in this case, obviously, you're just helping with potentially a party that takes place. There's no party that takes place, right?
No.
Were you asked by anyone to write a officer's report after your time working on this particular night?
Yes, I was. I don't recall who that was. So, yeah.
That's fine. And so the officer's report you wrote, fair to say that that's something that you have done throughout your career as a police officer?
Absolutely.
And what's the reason for an officer's report?
Documentation, so that in the future you have something to go on if need be.
Now, with regards to your recollection for that night, did you what were the other vehicles that you remember entering into the residence area of Suge Knight and leaving the area of Suge Knight's residence?
Well, Suge and Tupac were there approximately 30 minutes, and they exited back out, followed by a cream-colored Cadillac, compact vehicle that was occupied by 4 females, and a few other vehicles that I had referred to my officer's report on. But later on, following the time that Tupac and Suge left, Mike Tyson showed up as a passenger in a Bentley, followed by another Bentley that I believe was Don King's son. And we informed them that Suge Knight had told us that the party was no longer going to happen.
I see.
And then they turned around and left.
I see. And then your report was written at how long after the event that occurred that you're telling us did you write your report?
It's dated the 19th of that month.
All right. Thank you, sir. I have no further questions.
Who killed Tupac? I told y'all niggas. Y'all niggas listening to Pork Butt, y'all niggas is dumb.
You wrote this report at the direction of homicide?
I'm not sure. It might have been the PIO's office or someone investigating the case.
On the second page of your report, it shows this was copied to Detective Brent Becker, P number 2838/homicide. So this would have been something that you would have sent to homicide to let them know this information.
Yes.
Now, in looking at your report, you indicate that, would you agree with me that at 21:30 hours, it's you and Officer Quick that are actually at the residence of Mr. Knight talking to somebody there, and Mr. Knight's not home?
No.
Then you say at 2200 hours, Officers Schmidt and Height were at the guard gate.
Yes.
When the cars came in.
When they started to come in, yes.
And then at 22:15 hours or 20 hours is when you arrive at the gate.
Yes, approximately, yes.
And at 22:30 hours is where Suge Knight driving a black BMW with Tupac Shakur in the driver's seat, followed by the rest of the caravan, leave the residence.
Yes.
Now, what you received today, I believe you have there is a 2-page report, and mine's a lot. Has a bunch of attachments to it, so I just want to show you. So that appears to be your 2-page report.
The officer's report.
There you go, look at the front. Is that your officer's report?
Yes.
Okay. And then behind it has basically all the various special assignments going on that night in the valley. Get your glasses to look at that.
Yeah, I hadn't seen this.
All right.
Okay.
And that's just Metro kept record of all the various special events that evening and who was assigned where in case we need to
Correct.
look into that later.
Correct, yeah.
And then after that, there appears to be the gate log with the plate numbers of all the vehicles that were going in and out of that particular gate.
Okay.
Does that look accurate?
I haven't seen it. I've never seen it.
By looking at that, does this suggest to you that Metro Homicide in 1996 followed this lead and followed up on it?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor, as to leading.
This is cross-examination.
Oh, yeah, you're on cross.
I'm on cross.
Sorry, this is weird. Yeah.
Overruled.
Thank you. I've nothing. Oh, and when that white Cadillac left that guard gate, it was occupied by 2 black males as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Stamp, anything further on your redirect?
Yes, Your Honor, just with regard to the last question that was asked by Mr. Giacomo, sir, he says that it was a white Cadillac. It was either white or cream, as far as you know. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's what you wrote in your report.
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
All right, anything further, Mr. Giacomo?
No.
On cross. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for this witness? We may have her.
Remember, it always was 2 people in the Cadillac from the first night. When that black cop was there with the glass that was on the scene telling the story, he said it was 2 people in the Cadillac. Pork Butt and them in Murder Rap told y'all it was 4 people in the car and put Keefy D and all them in the car. This is why they cannot put Keefy D in Vegas in that white Cadillac. Because he wasn't in it. It was the 2 pigs. And Pac, allegedly, and Pac was hit. And they knew Pac was going to get hit. It was all the same. This is why Suge ain't get shot. Them niggas is professional, my niggas. You think they missed his big ass? Come on, man. Come on, man. Watch the feds come down on death row next.
Could you say what model of caddy?
I don't recall that.
Okay. Anything further, Mr. Sam?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. DeJoffre?
No, no.
Okay, thank you, sir. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the defense would like to call Dan Long to the stand.
Okay.
And now remember, y'all, Pork Butt even said it was 5 people in the car. This is why Gray K and them couldn't put T Brown in the car. They couldn't put DeAndre in the car. Orlando told y'all damn well he wasn't in no white Cadillac and he didn't do the shooting. And y'all, yeah. FBI, we waiting on y'all to do y'all job next, baby.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this section shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may be seated. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Dan Long, DANLONG.
Thank you, sir. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Sand.
Thank you. Mr. Long, taking your attention back 30 years to September of 1996. How were you employed?
Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
And at the time, what was your assignment?
I was a detective in gang crimes.
All right. Do you recall the night of September 7th, 1996?
I do.
What were you doing at that particular time?
I was on a gang enforcement team, and we had stopped a bunch of juvenile males about a block, more than a block, to the east and to the south. We had been requested to patrol that area because there had been some incidents, and they wanted to know if these were gang members. We had stopped them. We were talking to them. They were not gang members. And then we heard a volley of gunshots.
Okay, and when you say to the east and south, where exactly to the east and south are we talking about?
Sorry, Koval and Flamingo. We are one block to the east, and we were on a side street to the south. That area doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. Showing you a map here, an aerial photograph. This is Defense Exhibit YY. Do you recognize this map or this aerial photograph?
Yes.
Okay, and what is this of?
It's Flamingo and Sandhill. I'm sorry, Flamingo and Koval is where the shooting occurs. The airport's right to the south. Carriage House is just to the south of where the shooting occurs. And we were, if you zoom in, I could show you where we were.
Here's what we'll do. If you could just step out of your chair, we'll get out next to the screen. I'm gonna get this a little closer for everyone to see so we can figure out where you're at. Does this help?
All right. There's an area here that's been bulldozed. You can see where the streets and the alleys had been right here. There used to be an apartment complex right there. There was one alley, two streets, and the area command that had that area wanted us to check to see if these were gang members. We went in, we stopped some juvenile males. They were not gang members, they were just juvenile males. While we were standing there talking to these males, we heard a volley of gunshots. We didn't want to talk to these males anymore, so we jumped in our vehicles and we moved to the shooting scene.
Okay. And what you're pointing at for the jury, just for the record, is the intersection of Koval and Flamingo?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, fair to say, of course, you're there conducting your business as a member of the gang unit.
That's correct.
You weren't there for overflow or anything to do with special events
No.
for the fight?
No.
Okay. Now, for some of us who weren't around during this time period, can you describe for us a little bit about the activity that was going on at the time in terms of the streets and people walking around when you heard the shots being fired?
It was packed. It was extremely, there was people everywhere, people walking, traffic was fully backed up. We had to get into the intersection. We had to use, we were in non-marked cars. So we were in plain cars. We moved into the intersection using red lights and sirens. We moved across, people were waving at us and pointing. There was a vehicle there that became of interest to us. Some girls had been shot at. While we had gotten out to talk to them and find out what was going on, we had no idea this was attached to anything. One of the guys on my team, Dino Kelly, found some cartridge cases in the street. So we started moving our vehicles in the area to block off traffic so they wouldn't get run over and putting up yellow tape.
Now, once again, were you in charge of the investigation of either the shooting or the eventual homicide?
No.
All right. So at the time in 2000 or 1996, you were anything other than your gang unit detective?
Right. And at that time, we had found a shooting scene. We don't know what we have.
So we're just securing the scene in case there are victims. And then we would find out what was going on.
At some point in the future, though, as you progress in your career, did you ever at any point leave the gang unit?
Yes.
And what did you do after that?
In 2000, I was invited to test to go into homicide. I then tested for homicide and went into homicide.
And what year was that?
2000.
Now, during the time that you were in homicide, that would have been from 2000 to roughly when?
I retired from the department in 2017.
So you spent 17 years in homicide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, during the time period that you were in homicide, were you ever assigned the case involving the Tupac murder?
Yes.
You had to stay a little bit. I just want to make sure. You were given the assignment at some point.
Yes, I was. 2004, my sergeant, Kevin Manning, handed me the file and said I would follow up any further leads.
All right. And can you explain to us a little bit about how that works? You're a detective. The file had been with somebody else prior, Detective Becker.
Yeah, Detective Becker and Detective Mike Franks.
Okay. And now you have the file.
Yes.
So what do you do as a detective when you're handed a file that's already been worked on?
You read it. You read it. I went through the pictures. I then discussed it with my sergeant. I went down to California. There was a lot in that file, and I didn't know Compton very well. I didn't know Compton at all. So I went down. I had ridden in the gang unit with gang detectives, and I knew them still. So I called and said, "Can you take me around and show me these things?" So we drove around Compton. They showed me houses where the Compton Crips lived. They showed me where Orlando Anderson died. They showed me a lot of different things. And Compton was very small, but it was very impacted with gangs.
Now, during this time period, can you describe for us a little bit about was there still an interest in the murder of Tupac at the time that you took over the case? Meaning, was there media attention? Maybe not to the level it was in the beginning, but was there still issues with regards to access to the file and that kind of thing?
Yes, there was.
And
now I know where you're going.
yeah, and what I mean by that initially is that even in Metro, was there any concerns on your part about unauthorized access to the file?
Not by me. I wasn't concerned, but my lieutenant had become concerned and wanted to sequester the file away from everybody else because there was a lot of people going in and looking. Very, very famous person.
And with regards to the going in and looking, can you describe to the jury what type of activity we're talking about here in terms of going in and looking?
I didn't do any investigation in this, but my lieutenant told me that people had been going in and being curious, looking at the file.
Did you at any point, was there any measures that was taken to preserve the safety and security of that file?
Yes.
What were those measures?
They locked down the file itself, which was this, the hard copy of the file. We used to, at that time, we were on a computer drive called the F drive, which turned out to be too small, and they later moved it to another drive because homicide just kept growing. So they changed the way I did my reports. I would hand them in, and they were secured.
Okay. Now, we talk a little bit about reports. What reports are we talking about here?
The one that popped into my mind, the very first one, there was supposedly, this was an anonymous tip that there was a rolling 60 apartment over on Reno that was slinging drugs, and that the people that shot Tupac had driven up to this apartment and handed the gun off for drugs. I then attempted to locate, usually gangs are going to rent an apartment, they're going to rent it in a girl's name. So I was looking, and I'm talking 8 years after the fact. I'm talking about trying to find an apartment rented by a girl that has association with the Rolling 60s. I never found it. So I couldn't track down the 60s that may have the gun that would be attached to the killing of Tupac.
I see. And during the time that you were performing your duties as the detective on this particular file, did you ever keep your own officer's reports?
Yes.
And just explain for us a little bit about your, common course of how you would do that.
An officer's report is like who, what, when, where, why. So you say that there was an anonymous tip. Let's just talk about this tip. Anonymous tip at this date. I did these phone calls, met with this apartment complex, and couldn't locate anybody that was attached to the Rolling 60s in any fashion. So it literally would be an officer's report that's maybe a paragraph. There was another tip that the gun had been dropped from the shooting vehicle that went back to California that night, and it was on the side of the road. Ridiculous. But 8 years later, we went out and we walked that section of the freeway, both sides, looking for a gun. We didn't find one. That officer's report was about a sentence. Those kind of things are the things that we were trying to run down.
All right. And so in terms of officer reports, fair to say that there would be a lot of officer reports of your efforts in this particular investigation.
Those officers' reports don't exist anymore that I could find.
Okay. And why is that?
From what I was told was when we moved from the F drive to the H drive, those reports had to be scanned, and at some process they were lost.
So what we're relying on, clearly, it would be your recollection of what you remember from that time period.
Correct.
Okay. And once again, if you don't remember, you don't remember.
Okay.
Okay. Now, at some point, though, you have an opportunity to interact with law enforcement officers in Compton. Or is it, no, I'm sorry, at that particular point, it would have been the Sheriff's Department, LA Sheriff's.
Yes, I usually went directly to LAPD, but yes, the Sheriff's Office also.
LAPD. Can you tell us a little bit about any interaction you might have had with them, specifically about a firearm?
You're talking about the 06?
Yes.
Yeah. I received a phone call from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department saying that there was a gun recovered by Compton PD in 1998. The yard of 1301 Sloan, which is inside the Compton area. The Compton Crips area, I should say. And they believe that this gun was supposedly buried in the backyard, and it was turned over to the Compton Police Department. The Compton Police Department dissolved. And so the Sheriff's Department was starting to run all these guns through ATF and ballistics. And they believe this may be the gun that we were looking for. They were fairly adamant that this was the gun that we were looking for, that was the murder weapon of Tupac. I then made a drive to LA with my sergeant. We picked up the gun. They had it in a evidence box. I assigned a receipt to them that they kept. I then drove the gun back to Las Vegas, drove it directly to our ballistics lab, and I turned the gun over to Jim Trlal. I then filled out a request to have that ballistics tested against the gun that was used to kill Tupac. Before I managed to drive back to the office, I received a phone call and they told me it was not the gun. I told him that he wanted me to come back and impound it and put it into our evidence vault. I told him I'd come back in the morning and I would pick up the gun and I would take it back to LA because it may be of interest to LA in another crime.
Okay. And outside of that particular incident, were there any other instances where you found what potentially could be the gun in this situation and had it tested?
Myself, no, but there were thousands of guns that were tested.
And as far as you know, as the responsible detective at that time, were any of those thousands of guns come back with a hit or match to the spent cartridge casings that we found in the scene?
No.
Now, in addition to that, at some point in the future, you travel to California again to conduct an interview.
Yes, sir.
That would have been in 2009.
Correct.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about who was there in that interview?
Sure. Myself and my lieutenant, Lou Roberts, made a drive after I received a phone call saying that there's somebody that wanted to give information about Tupac and Tupac's murder. We then drove down on the morning of September 9th. They wanted us to meet them at the HIDA office, which is at 1340 West 6th Street in LA, which is about 6 blocks from Plaza One. We met them there. I would then met Detective Darren Dupree, and he told me that Dwayne Davis, also known as Keefe, was in the interview room. He had his attorney present, whose name was Wayne Higgins, and we were going to go in and he was going to give me information. And he further explained that Keefe had got caught with a large amount of narcotics and was trying to work off those charges.
Now, sir, and just to cut you off at that part, I apologize. But with regards to that information, at some point you conduct an interview in that room.
Yes, sir.
With Mr. Davis.
With Mr. Davis, with his attorney. My lieutenant didn't want to go in, so Darren Dupree agreed to go with me.
All right. And there was a recording. Did you record the meeting?
I did.
Okay. And is that just standard operating procedure for what you do as a detective?
Yes, I was told that they were going to record it also, but I wanted to record it myself. That way I have it in my hands.
Okay. And during the course of that meeting, you learned information, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about the interaction here? Were you ever asked to leave the room?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us why you were asked to leave the room?
Mr. Davis became very nervous. I was asking questions that he didn't feel comfortable with, which is to be expected. And he asked me to leave the room. He wanted to talk to his attorney and he wanted to talk to Detective Dupree. I then stepped out of the room for not very long, and then they asked me to come back in.
Was there ever a time that you left the room and was accompanied by Mr. Dupree and only had Mr. Higgins and Mr. Davis in the room by themselves?
I don't recall that.
So every time you left, Mr. Dupree was in the room with Mr. Higgins and Mr. Davis?
Yes, sir.
Now, at some point, you were able to learn some information.
From Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
When you came back, did you corroborate any of the information?
I tried.
Okay, and what did you do? What efforts did you make?
During the interview, Mr. Davis indicated first that Orlando Anderson, or Baby Lang, had been beat up at the MGM, which we also had video of. I think everybody on the planet has seen this video. He was complaining that his arm was either broken or out of socket. He first told me that they had gone back to California and had gone to the hospital in California. But he said they went to the hospital on Maryland Parkway, and the hospital on Maryland Parkway is Sunrise, and that he had gotten a sling for his arm. So I filled out a subpoena, and I wanted to know if Orlando had signed in, was examined in any fashion. And now we're talking, this is 2009. We're talking about somebody coming into the emergency room in 1996. So I didn't find anything. They couldn't apply, they couldn't give me anything with Orlando's name on it. I then, we were looking into, there was a rented Cadillac, rented in Compton by a friend of the gang. Her name was, or her daughter's name, there was a woman by the name of Harris, and first name could have been Teresa, could have been Tessa. And again, we're talking multiple years later. but I called down trying to locate a Cadillac that was rented in 1996. They said it was a friend of the gang. So it's very possible that there was no paperwork on it, but we're going to try. I called multiple rent-a-car places because he couldn't remember which rent-a-car place it was. I never found anything connected to that date or those dates around that for a four-door white Cadillac of any kind.
Now, in addition to that, sir, did you ever run at some point any names to determine, sort of help you out with the landscape of who's who and what's what? For instance, did you ever run a name by the name of Darnell Grimm?
Oh, you're talking about before the interview?
Yes.
When I received the call that we were going to go down and do an interview, I ran everybody that was in the file. And the purpose of that being is if I'm in the middle of an interview and he mentions somebody, I might have information, this person's in jail, this person's dead, this person's in prison. Those could be very useful to me in the middle of an interview. When I go into the interview, I'm going to be acting very non-informed. I don't know anything. Please tell me. So he's like, okay, we're talking about Pac. Okay, who's Pac? Well, Tupac, Shakur. Okay, so I'm going to do that through the entire interview. But if I have more names and more information, I at least know what he's talking about so I can direct him in the right direction to give me a full name or a full description, whatever it may be. So I ran quite a few people before I went down there.
Okay. So at some point you leave that interview and you come back to Las Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Were you ever aware that in 2008, Mr. Davis gave a proffer to the FBI, DEA, Compton PD, LAPD?
While I was there?
Yes.
No. I was told that he had been, Dwayne Davis was arrested on a major drug case, and he was facing the rest of his life in prison. And he was trying to work that case off. So when I was sitting out there and I learned that he's sitting there with his attorney, I'm like, he's not going to tell me anything. And they're like, well, he's trying to work this off and it's about Tupac. And I'm like, all right, let's try this. So we went in, but we finished, we made a drive over to Plaza One, then we left. I received some phone calls at that point and received more information when we got back to Vegas that there could be possibly a proffer, which made no sense to me.
Now, just one final question for you, and it's unrelated to anything that we've asked so far.
Sure.
The question is this: are you aware of a program here in town called Barry's Boxing?
I've heard of it.
Okay. I have no further questions, John.
Mr. DeJohnson.
Detective, how are you?
Good. How are you, Mark? I'm Mr. DeJacomo.
You went to homicide in 2000, correct?
That's correct.
And Mike Frankston, Brent Becker, well, I guess Mike probably retired before Brent left the unit, correct?
Well, he trained me for a while. Mike was preparing to retire, so the desk I was going to get was his. And I was trying to soak up as much as I could from him because he was a very, very senior detective. Him and Brent Becker were very, very good detectives, so I was trying to suck up as much as I could. That was the squad I was going to anyway.
And when Sergeant Manning hands you the Tupac file, you already had an understanding from Mike Franks and Brent Becker of who you thought was in the car.
Yes, sir.
And when Mr. Davis in 2009 tells you that, it's the same people.
Yes, sir.
I think Mr. Samft maybe missed one of your trips to Compton prior to, I guess, November of 2004 when he died. In early 2004, did you try and make contact with Big Dre Smith?
Yes.
and describe that for us.
I was with actually a gang squad, and this is during the time when you can read it all. You can read all this information, but it's better if you go down there and look at it. So I went down to look at it. They were taking me on a tour, most of Compton. They took me to the car wash where Orlando died, that kind of thing. While we were driving by the Emerson Elementary School, which is right in the center of the Compton Creek turf. Some of the guys I was driving in the back seat and taking notes. They said, "There goes Big Dre, DeAndre Smith," which is somebody that's obviously in Brent Becker's files. And he was walking through the field, the grass field. So I was like, "Well, stop, let me talk to him." You know, try. I had no probable cause. I had no legal right to make a stop. I'm not even in my jurisdiction, but I can try. So I stepped out of the car and I said, "Mr. Smith, I'm Detective Long from Las Vegas." And he said, "F you and F off." He's not censoring what he said. And he just lumbers across the field. So I had no reason to stop him. So I just waited.
Now, in 2009, you wind up in a room with Mr. Davis, and your belief is he's trying to work off charges. What does that mean?
He's looking at the rest of his life in prison for what they had caught him with. So if he gives substantial information about cases, and that's what they had brought him in for, this part of it, he started telling them about Tupac, and this is in 2008, I believe. So that's what I was told.
But essentially, and I want to talk about specifically, what is just working off your charges? Does Metro have certain rules, let me ask you, about working off charges and how you work off charges?
Yes. And a non-victim crime, you can work off charges. You can't work off a murder. You can't work off a sexual assault. Those are victim crimes. If you have a victim, you can't work off those charges. But if you have something else that, like a lot of drugs, you could work off maybe the amount of years you're going to do by giving substantial case information on other cases. So that's what I believe that Mr. Davis and his attorney were trying to do, was to knock off a certain amount of time off of what he was going to spend in prison.
And or at least you believe, you'd agree with me, that Mr. Davis was a suspect in your homicide, not a witness.
Yes, sir.
And by the end of that interview, what is your intent?
My intent was to drive back to Las Vegas, type up a warrant for an arrest, clear it with the district attorney, and have Mr. Davis arrested for murder.
Now, at that point, did you and members of my team have an opportunity to actually listen to the recording?
Yes, sir.
And we heard the section where you're not in the room, correct?
That's correct.
And then, so did we give you some direction?
Yes. So this is several weeks after I'd come back. This is several weeks after I had come back from California with the recording. So we brought the recording and the transcription over. The DA reviewed it, and they invited me over, and they told me that they were not going to go forward with prosecution at that time because there's a lot of complications.
Let me ask it this way. Were you directed to find out the circumstances of why it was that a suspect in our homicide was in a room with his lawyer and a task force officer having that conversation?
Yes, sir.
And at this point, you've been told there might be a proffer somewhere out there in 2008.
That's correct.
And proffers are between lawyers and sovereigns, correct?
That's correct.
So it's either got to be the U.S. Attorney's Office or the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office, but it certainly wasn't the state of Nevada or the Clark County District Attorney's Office.
That's correct.
And did you make efforts to find out from Wayne Higgins what the nature of that agreement was between him and some other sovereign?
Yes, Mr. Higgins as well as others. Yes,
And you would agree with me that Mr. Higgins wouldn't return our calls.
that's correct.
Did you attempt to contact U.S. Attorney Seawright?
Yes,
And you would agree with me, Mr. U.S. Attorney Seawright, at least at that time, would not return our calls.
correct. Would not speak to me.
And by the time, well, let me ask you this. Based upon that situation, did you get directed to reach out to Darren Dupree to see if we could get leverage on the driver, Terrence Brown?
Yes, I did reach out to Detective Dupree and Clarence Brown is a gangster operating in Compton, California. So he's going to be committing crimes. I asked him if he gets arrested for whatever reason to give me a call, and I want to come down and talk to him. Yeah.
And ultimately, that never happens. You never get a phone call saying, hey, we got Bubble Up in custody. Come down here. Let's interview Bubble Up.
Correct. Bubble Up is the street name for Mr. Brown.
And so by the time you retire in 2017, we have no statement from Bubble Up.
No.
And we still don't know the circumstances surrounding why those three people were in a room talking to you.
No, I believed I did at that time, but obviously I didn't.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Redraft.
Sir, can you tell us who from the district attorney's office you were speaking to during that time period?
Mostly it would be Pam Weckerly.
Who was the other United States or the district attorney as well besides Pam Merkley?
The entire MVU.
Was Mr. DiGiacomo one of those individuals?
Yes, sir.
Now, at the time, who was the elected district attorney? Was it?
Mr. Wolfson.
Was it Steve Wilson?
Yes.
Now, not David Roger?
No, I don't believe he was there anymore.
All right. Now, your testimony here is that you had every intention when you came back to charge the case.
Yes, sir.
And when you came back, you reached out to the district attorney's office and you said, hey, we think we should charge this case.
Yes.
And they did not immediately give you a response as to what they were going to do.
No, they told me to stand down and they were going to review it. I got the information to them as quickly as I could. It had to be typed up by one of our secretaries, but I did make sure they got the audio as quick as they could. There was plenty of probable cause to arrest for murder.
Sure. Now, just for the jury's edification, probable cause is not beyond reasonable doubt, fair?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Probable cause is not beyond reasonable doubt, right?
No, that's what we do here.
That's correct. And in terms of the information that you had learned at the time that you met with Mr. Davis, did you verify any of that information?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Did you verify any of the information in that recording in 2009 that Mr. Davis said?
I wasn't able to.
And once again, verification meaning corroboration, right?
That's correct.
In fact, I think on the recording, you had told Mr. Davis a couple of times, look, even though what you're telling me you might say is the truth, I still need to corroborate this information.
That's correct.
And that would have been your standard operating procedure with anyone telling you anything.
That's correct.
So for instance, as you're sitting here right now, do you have any?
I'm going to object to leading. It's his witness.
I'm sorry, I'm so used to
It's hard,
it.
I know.
Let me ask it this way.
You're gonna rephrase.
Yes, I'll rephrase. Did you make, was there any information that you ever received about whether or not Mr. Davis was in Las Vegas in September of 1996?
Well, objection leading.
He can say yes or no. Overrule.
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
And did you ever have, when you reviewed the file in this case, were there any people calling in saying that they did it? They did the murder?
Sure.
I mean, can you give us a number or an amount?
There was a lot. There was quite a few. I mean, I had information that Bill Clinton had him killed. I mean, no, he did not follow up. There was a lot of calls, a lot of people claiming to have been involved. No.
Yeah. And fair to say,
Most
though,
of the time they couldn't get any of the information correct.
right. And so when you're determining, for instance, a confession, what are you looking for? Like, if someone says, I confess to this, what information do you use to determine whether it's correct or not?
They're like, what kind of vehicle were you in? How did the shooting occur? What kind of firearm was it? Where did you go from there? What preceded it? How did you, all of it. I mean, anything that you can find as in facts, you want to connect to them. I'm behind the 8 ball because I'm 15 years after the fact or 14 years after the fact trying to corroborate different things. But I mean, I made the attempts.
And with regard to the information that we're talking about here, was any of the information you're sharing with us already available to the public?
I don't know. I'm sure there was information that's out there. I mean, there was so much interest in the case. I'm sure there was.
Now, just finally, in terms of your reaching out to people, Mr. Seawright, who was he?
The Attorney General of California.
And the District Attorney's Office requested that you reach out to the Attorney General of California?
They were going to do it. I was going to do it. Whoever could do it, which could be great.
And then in terms of the other people, Mr. Dupree or Detective Dupree, when was the first time you ever met Mr. Dupree or Detective Dupree?
I'm not positive.
Was it in the meeting at 2009?
No, I met him before that.
Can you give us sort of an estimation as to when that was?
A couple of years before. I think it had to do with one of the gun trip. I think is when I met him.
And just for my edification, with that gun, was it a real gun?
Yeah, Glock 40. There's a lot of Glock 40s out there. I had no idea there was that many.
Thank you. I have no further questions. Thank you, sir.
Real briefly. Well, Mr. Sam said, were you able to corroborate information that Mr. Davis gave you? You're talking about information you didn't already know, correct?
Correct.
There was a substantial amount of information in this file that Mr. Davis, Mr. Brown, Mr. Anderson, and Mr. Smith were in the car the night when the murder occurred.
Yes. The way I took when he asked me that is, did I do cooperation? Brent Becker and Mike Franks, the original detectives, cooperated a lot of different things. I didn't specifically go back in time and do what they did.
You were relying upon the information they already had. So when Mr. Davis is telling you this story, it's not like the crazies that are calling saying, I killed Tupac or Tupac's still alive or all any of that stuff.
That's correct.
Nothing further.
Any redirect? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for Detective Long? If you have a few. Oh, we have one more question. When your lieutenant said too many people were going into the Tupac murder file, what did they mean?
Yeah, good question. Officers were curious, and they would go in and see what was in there because there was a lot of stuff in social media. So they were going in to look and read. So he decided that wasn't going to happen anymore because information could get out. So he locked it down.
Were you the only one assigned to Tupac's case?
In 2004, Sergeant Manning handed me the case to do any follow-up. There was a full squad I was on, 6 detectives and a sergeant. All of them were available to help. And we had some very experienced, very talented detectives on the squad. So I would lean on them. Everybody's curious, why would they hand the case to a rookie? But I had access to some very, very experienced, excellent detectives.
Were you able to interview everyone who occupied the cream or white Cadillac? Or is alleged?
No. I tried to talk to Big Dre, DeAndre Smith. He died that same year. Orlando died in 1998 in a shootout at a car wash. And Mr. Brown died in, I believe it was 2015.
Did you ever interview Suge Knight about the shooting during the interview process?
I tried. I had a partner that had played football with him and knew him very, very well. And I was complaining that I could never even talk to Suge on the phone. So my partner says, oh, I can make a phone call. We can have it right now. And he made a phone call, talked to Suge, and Suge hung up on him. So it was same old, same old.
Do you know which arm was hurt, right or left arm, for Orlando Anderson?
No, I do not. Sorry.
Were you able to verify and confirm Mr. Davis was actually in the white Cadillac the night of Tupac's murder? Yes, that's the question. Sorry, the handwriting.
I'm sorry, can you read it again?
Yeah. Were you able to verify and confirm Mr. Davis was actually in the white Cadillac the night of Tupac's murder?
By Mr. Davis telling me that he was in a white Cadillac on the night of the murder. And that the shooting came from that same white Cadillac.
Any follow-up based on that, Mr. Samft?
But no actual facts outside of what Mr. Davis told you?
No.
No further questions, Judge.
Mr. DiGiacomo? No. All right, you are excused. Thanks, Detective Long.
Thank you. The fireworks this time.
Mr. Samft, any additional witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Do you rest?
We do, Your Honor.
State any rebuttal witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
So
The trial's over, y'all.
Okay, so at this time, the
The trial's
presentation of the
over.
evidence in this case
It's
is
over.
closed. What we have to do amongst ourselves is settle the law that applies to this case.
It's over.
And we are going to have everyone back on Monday at 9 a.m. for closing arguments. Please, during the recess, you're admonished not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected to the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any report or commentary on the trial of any person connected to this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, the internet, and radio, or form or express any opinion on any subject connected with the trial until it is submitted to you. Please rise for the jury, everyone.
Keefy D will be home next week eating Fruity Pebbles at the kitchen table.
All right, the jury is exited. You can be seated. Scheduling wise, what remains to be done is jury instructions being settled. What time do we want to do those tomorrow? I was leaving that up to defense because there were some obligations that they had.
We're still asking for 9 o'clock.
Does 9 o'clock work better for you? We'll do tomorrow at 9 then?
Yes.
And I think we should be done by the time that you need. And Mr. Davis, do you want to be present to settle jury instructions? It's up to you. It's kind of like legal arguments. If you want to be here, we'd be happy to have you. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to. You want to waive your appearance for that? Okay. So I'll then just see the attorneys back 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's not presentation of evidence. It's just settling the jury instructions. Should be pretty quick. And then the next big thing for everyone watching at home is going to be closings 9 a.m. on Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we'll see everyone back 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Thank you.
9:30 on Monday?
I forgot.
Shout out to my man Mo Pre. Mo Pre, I'm about to call you, nigga. I'm about to call you, man. Shout out to Set. Choke, don't choke, baby. The defense has rest. The prosecution has rest. We will be back on Monday for the closing arguments. You know what I'm saying? My man Michael said, Chef Mike, y'all better call Chef Mike. He about to join the likes of my man Brian Steele. He about to be up there with Brian Steele. My man, Keefy D will be home next week, no later than Friday, depending on how long it takes the jury to deliberate. And you already said, was Keefy D in Vegas? That the jury asked that question. Was Keefy D in Vegas or in that white Cadillac? He said only by his own admission, But did y'all find any evidence of Keefy D in the white Cadillac in Vegas? No. Only by his own admission that he had to say because they caught him with a gang of PCP and he was trying to cut his time. I would have told them niggas I was in the white Cadillac if I was facing life in jail for some PCP that Greg Caden set me up with my own boy Dirt Rock. Man. Now, one thing though, Keefy D, you come home, nigga, you better stay low, nigga. Because the niggas that really did this, they gonna have it out for you. So just be careful, my nigga. But I'm telling you, right now, the FBI is like this. We need 2 officers to go see Porky and the big guy. We got some questions for these guys. Greg Caden, this is what your police work do, nigga. Set people free. You lying ass, setting people up, KKK'ing ass mother effer. Michael Dorkey, go buy your red nose and put it on right there because you already got the haircut for it. You just got to grow it out right here and dye it red with your red nose, Dorkey. Vlad, you solved the case, nigga. Oh, you forgot about the white Cadillac that was rolling with Suge in them, right? And in and out the house. The white cream colored Cadillac that Edie Amin testified that it was a white or cream colored Cadillac, right? And remember, the first night, they said it was 2 people in the car. Pork Butt in them told y'all it was 4 people in the car. Pork Butt is the one that told Greg Caden it was 4 people in the car. Pork Butt called his father the same night it happened and said, "Hey, Dad, it was Orlando," without no investigation. So you tell me all these police over 30 years been working on this case, and you telling me none of them could solve it, but Reggie was able to solve it in seconds? Daddy, it was Orlando. Now you know what the Tupac cover-up was about. Now this is where the FBI steps in. Because soon as they say next week, not guilty, and Keefy D come home, Mr. Wright, we need to talk to you, Mr. Wright. Now do it make sense to you why Suge never fired Reggie? Now does it make sense to you why Suge never fired Reggie? Reggie had 25 police officers working for him that weekend and put 1 on Tupac and Suge with no gun and no walkie-talkie. And Suge didn't fire Reggie. Not only did he not fire Reggie, he let him run the company when he went to jail. He put the whole Death Row building in Reggie's name. He put properties in Reggie's name. The nigga that was the incompetent goddamn security company, the nigga that had 25 people and then after a fight was nowhere? So you tell me after a fight happens with Suge and Buntry and all these guys beating up Orlando, security wasn't called? Yes, they was. Remember, Frank ran over to the payphone and tried to call Reggie to tell him what happened, right? This is why Suge never wanted to tell who was in the car. Y'all thinking, oh man, he just keeping it real. He don't want to snitch. It was the code of the street. Me and Pac was riding around in the car laughing. You shot. No, you shot. You got blood on you, Suge. Let's listen to Blackberry Molasses. Give me that CD, yo. Pop, give me the CD of Blackberry Molasses. Yeah, let's listen to that while we both shot up. Blackberry Molasses. Yeah, we shot. You bleeding. You bleeding. Yo, Buckley, you turn, my nigga. Does that make any sense to y'all now? Man, Keefy D, lawyers offered me $1 million. From where? This nigga ain't had money to get bailed out. Then they had Black, Whack 100 trying to bail him out. And I think Whack might have been trying to bail him out for niggas to whack that nigga so this truth wouldn't come out. The white Cadillac pulled in the Suge house with Suge and left out with them niggas. You serious? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all niggas is goofy. Y'all think a professional hit niggas wouldn't know how to shoot the car from an angle to make sure Suge ain't get hit? If that was the case, Alpo would have been worried about Big Head Gary shooting him by accident when he was in the car and they killed Rich. And all 3 of them was in the car together. And it wasn't even no car pulled up. This nigga shot Rich while Alpo was in the car. Bullets ricochet. He could have shot Rich in the back of the head and the bullet could have went in and curved over and went into Alpo. Niggas take chances when they, man, listen. And then y'all keep failing to realize that Suge and Pac was beefing, right? You never hear that story about Suge when him and Pac was beefing. And they was getting ready to fight when Michael Moore told y'all that. Nobody wanted to listen to that story, right? Nobody wanted to listen to Pac ordered them niggas. And Reggie just told the interview on TMZ, yeah, you know, we did, you know, I was a suspect because, you know, Pac ordered us, you know, when Russell Poole was lying. But we got together and we gave Pac his money, you know what I'm saying? So the beef was dead. Right, Reggie. Right. Wrong, Reggie. Wrong. Yeah. Tied all up together. So you telling me they get shot up. Reggie's not around for the whole goddamn day. Even after the shooting, he ain't show up for 3 hours later. And Suge didn't fire this nigga? But he made niggas drink piss for less. Suge didn't fire Reggie and let him run his company. And they still was friends and boys, even up to goddamn March of this year. This incompetent security ass nigga, he let him run his company after Pac got killed? And then Suge runs into Keefy D at the Laker game. Yo, what's up, man? Yo, man, we ain't had nothing to do with Bunchy. Oh, man, if I thought you had something to do with Bunchy, I'd have been on your ass already. Oh, but you ain't on his ass for shooting you in your head? You ain't on his ass for killing Tupac? If you'd had something to do with Bunchy, I'd have been on your ass already. But you not on his ass because he shot you in your head. Right. Not only that, you mean to tell me Orlando Anderson shot these niggas and then they met up with him and gave him $60,000? What y'all think that $60,000 for was for now? What y'all think that $60,000 was for now? So Suge is going to sit on the stand, in court, where Keefy D is like Reggie came in there, right? You see how that nigga Keefy D was looking at Reggie? Imagine that Orlando was Reggie and Suge was Keefy D at his probation hearing, right? This is the nigga that shot you in your head. Are you comfortable with this nigga sitting on the stand? And he killed Tupac? And y'all gave him money to sit up there and sit across from you, Suge? You see how Keefy D was looking at Dirt Rock? Dirt Rock, man, stop shaking your head at me. Keefy D like, this nigga here. Look at this bitch ass nigga here. Oh my God, now my little nigga Dirt Rock. You gonna get up here and lie on me too, my little nigga Dirt Rock? Wow, homie. Damn, dog. Imagine Suge in Keefy D's chair, right? And Orlando sitting up there after he done shot him in the head and killed Tupac. Y'all niggas is dumb. Like, I'm talking to the ones that really sat there and said, oh, that nigga Keefy D guilty. Knowing he couldn't even remember his own story. Knowing that he was put under pressure to say whatever they wanted him to say so he could get out of that PCP case, facing life after they set him up, just to say that. Not even after y'all sat there and heard Higgins and Dupree telling Keefy D what to say. After y'all done heard Greg Caden and Dupree telling Keefy D what to say. After Keefy D done told y'all them niggas paid him to say that and gave him a script. You believe it now? Keefy D gonna have him a party next week, nigga. I'll be there. That nigga Keefy D is going straight to Popeyes when he get out, nigga. That nigga, he probably love that chicken from Popeyes. That nigga is going to get him 2-piece and a biscuit, nigga. No, that nigga, he's going to need the big back box. He gonna have about a 5-piece and 3 biscuits with an extra large Fanta orange. Yo, not guilty. Not guilty. They did all that line. They lied on Omar Bradley and everything. Oh my God. Yo, shout out to Billy Garland, William Garland, Pac's father. Shout out to Seth, Pac's sister. Shout out to Mo Pree, Pac's brother-in-law, or stepbrother, pardon me. Shout out to Pac's cousins, Talib, William, Aisha, my man Shaka Zulu. I know that y'all want justice for Pac, but Keefe D wasn't it. Keefe D wasn't it. Y'all want justice for Pac? Y'all better go sit down with the feds and point them fingers at Porky and them, because allegedly Death Row killed Tupac. Despite what you think, if you think Dre could leave Death Row and got to leave with nothing, can you imagine Tupac telling these niggas they out and they bailed him out of jail? Shh. Yeah, okay. What did I tell you at the end of the last week? Next week, this week is going to be over. The prosecution ain't have nothing. I told y'all this week, this trial will be over, and next week we will have a verdict. Was I right or was I right? We watched the whole trial, and not one person, one cop, one witness, one expert, one gang expert, not one person was able to put Keefe D in Vegas, Keefe D in that car, Keefe D in the MGM at all. Out of all those people we seen testify, not one person corroborated that Keefe D was there. Not one person. So what do you think the jury's going to say next week? They're going to deliberate. I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet. If closing arguments happen on Monday and they give the case to the jury, I guarantee you no later than Tuesday, they're going to come back and say not guilty. It might be Monday, but I'm going to give myself a grace period because I don't know how long closing arguments is going to be for both sides. But if they come to court Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, by noon, I guarantee closing arguments is going to be done, and the jury will get their instructions. So from 9 to 12, the prosecution is going to do their closing arguments, the defense is going to do their closing arguments, and Judge Curley Kearney, she going to give her instructions to the jury. I guarantee you, by 4 o'clock Pacific time, we're going to have a not guilty verdict. Watch. Watch what I'm telling you. By 4 o'clock. And if court goes into the next day, Tuesday, then it's going to be Tuesday. But I'm telling you, Monday, it's over, baby. It's over. Monday, not guilty. Watch. Watch. I know them niggas, watch your report where get up there and lie. Man, them cops is lying. There was no white Cadillac with them. I dare him to say that because you wasn't there. How would you know who was rolling with them? But here's where Suge and Reggie start telling on each other. Watch. Here's where Suge and Reggie start telling on each other. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Here is where Suge and Reggie is going to start telling on each other. Because I guarantee you, the Biggie case is getting open. And not that it's still open. Let me rephrase that. They're going to start investigating the Biggie case again. And people going to get called in, especially with Reggie saying that Suge did it for a fact. Right? And Russell Poole got his homework wrong. And Suge get up there and say, Reggie got up there on Vlad and said, Suge killed Biggie. And then he threatened him recently on Ball First and said, yeah, nigga, you tell on me, I know how to get in contact with those people that in the Biggie case. Remember he threatened Suge with that. I can get in touch with them people for the Biggie case. Remember that. This was a good one, baby. I told y'all this was going to be a good one. But watch. Watch, I tell you. The Biggie joint, yeah. The Tupac anniversary is coming up on September 7th. This case will be over. And hopefully the feds will indict Porky and them. Hopefully it's some more information out there. Here's the thing though. You know what would have been ill? If they would have had the surveillance video from Suge's house going in and out the gate. If they would have had that video, we would know exactly who was the two people in that goddamn Cadillac. And believe me, I'll put everything under the sun under this. You think Orlando Anderson and Keefe D and T Brown and DeAndre Smith drove in the gate with Suge in them? So they was over there chilling at Suge house with them and stuff. Hey, yo, Suge, you ready? So you tell me the white Cadillac was at Suge house with them? Okay. You niggas are slow. If you think TVD and them was chilling with them at Suge house. Order in the court, nigga. Order in the court. Don't make me get turned to Kai in here. Gag order. Gag order. Hey, Reggie. Hey, Reggie, you dirty rat. Y'all niggas tried it. It didn't work, nigga. It didn't work. You better get somebody to come and get ready to get them depends, because you're going to depend on them depends, nigga. You're going to need to depend on them depends, nigga, because you're going to be pissy as shitty. Woo! Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Joke, no joke, man. Y'all already know what time it is. This was a... Y'all already know, man. What I would like to say is the Tunnel documentary is out right now. You can hit this link. I'm about to drop it. You can go watch it for free right now. Bam. You know, I'm being generous right now. Y'all can go watch the Tunnel documentary right now. All right? Joke, no joke. This is, oh man, this is history, baby. This is history. This is history. I loved in covering this one. I don't know, I might cover the Lil Durk one. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to cover that as well, because they just really got started with their first witness yesterday. But choke no joke, I'm glad it's over, man. I'm about to go celebrate somewhere and go have me a smoothie, you know, a nice avocado, mango, pineapple, dragon fruit smoothie I'm about to go slurp on a smoothie and go work out. Shout out to Michael Siff. Chef Mike, you did it, baby. You wrapped it up great. People were scared. They felt like you should have did more. Y'all did the right thing. Shout out to Megan and the whole team. Choke no joke, y'all already know. We here now. You know what it is. Please subscribe to the channel. I deserve that much. I do deserve for you to subscribe. 45% of y'all people that's watching haven't subscribed, and I don't think that's fair because I work hard. It is 4 a.m. here, and I'm up here, and I've been consistently coming on here when I'm supposed to be sleeping, right? You know, that's why I got a little bit of bags under my eyes. But y'all know what time it is, man. Thanks for everybody that donated through Cash App, through Diamonds, everything that y'all did. And the Jewels, let me give y'all a shout out again. Darius, thanks for all the Jewels tonight, the jewels. Vince, King James, I appreciate all y'all for the support. All right, Nat King Carl, Reformed Jersey, DJ, Reformed Jersey Bird, my bad. Thank you for the jewels. All right, Perry J, PJ, thank you. All right, Darius, thanks for the $20. All right. Craven Chloe, thank you, my love, for the 2,500 jewels. All right. Jermaine, thank you for the 440 jewels. Jacqueline, thank you for the 440 jewels. Craven Chloe, Craven Chloe, thank you for becoming a member to the original Choke No Jokes. Love you for that. Arnetta Sessions, thank you for the donations. Love you, appreciate y'all all. Slim Back Gorilla. Slim Back Gorilla 59. Thank you for the 5 jewels. Monty Rizzo, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all so much, man. All right. Arthur the author, I appreciate you. Arthur Curry. My fellow Americans, salute. Man. Oh, my fellow Americans, you just pulled up. You missed it, boy. You missed it. The white Cadillac was at Suge's house. Rolled in with them and left out with them. My fellow Americans, how could you miss that? You got to go back to the replay, my fellow Americans. The white Cadillac was at Suge's house with them. 2 police officers identified the white cream Cadillac with Suge in them, bro. Ooh, it is going to be funky in Compton tonight, baby. Ooh, I know it's woo. Holy crap. They had to let the Tupac family through the back door. Because they know the press was going to mob them. Man. I'm about to call Mo Preem right now. Me and that nigga going to have some jokes. Shout out to my man Billy Garland. I know you've been over there listening to Dumb Ray. Come over here, Billy. Come holler at me, Billy Garland. Don't go over there listening to Dumb Ray no more. I told y'all, Dumb Ray. Well, Keefy D said, and Keefy D said in the book, and Keefy D cooked, because Keefy D told on himself, and he wrote it in his book. He said it on flat. Like niggas don't lie. How many of y'all in here got arrested to the police, by the police? I don't care if it was a traffic ticket and them niggas said you was speeding. How many of y'all sat there and told the police the truth? How many of y'all been in court under oath and told a lie? How many of y'all been in traffic court knowing damn well you was speeding and told them, I wasn't speeding? I wasn't speeding. If they didn't have to use the radar detector to clock you and stuff, you gonna go in there and say, yeah, I was speeding. I was speeding. No, you're not. So let's not play stupid here, y'all. Come on now. Choke no joke, y'all already know, man. I'm going to get me a smoothie right now. on Keefy D, on the people that donated, thank you. Y'all just bought me a smoothie. I'm going to slurp for y'all. I might even go live from the smoothie spot. Matter of fact, I'm going live from the smoothie spot. All right? I told y'all niggas, it's over. It is over. Choke no joke, y'all know what it is. Keep on hating. Don't listen to the squealer and none of them other niggas because they don't know what they talking about. These niggas don't have no smarts. Gotcha. Choke no joke. Pork butt. There you go right there, nigga. That was before the chair. All right? You know what it is. Keep on hating. You watched how the internet blow up today. Oh man, the white guy in the black was with Suge, you know. Death Row did it. Y'all niggas is late. How we do?
How I do it. This is a diss, would be specific.
Yeah.
Hit you with a sub, you blacklisted. Her third tour, it's ridiculous. You in the crowd, babysitting. Mad at pics, fans flicking. You got a Billy, they dick licking. Kids your son and dad missing. You duck in the swab, results prison. I see your faces, the mad prism. Y'all rats, are you kidding? And if you sign, you have no wisdom. Integrity missing, money mission. Lamar Latrells in your system. Camel licking, nerves switching. Are y'all kidding? Y'all Virginian. Success, y'all dream sex. Sold a lot of units, but still checks. Squares, Nike, I run with checks. People use Marcy as pets. I move his skin, you on your head. All your tunes are dead. You ugly like your dreads. No bag, I'm on your head. No fag, I'm my shooter. You the glad Duke shooter. You do balls but no hooters. Choke no joke, I am the future with no Malloy. You play with boys, be out here wishing she was a boy. You her decoy, you her bitch. Choke no joke, I am the shit. Yo Kim, get off my dick. Mad Jim, king of the dips. Without Jewels, you have no hits. Your last hit was True Life. When he caught you with that right. Yo Big Joe, am I right? Nigga Dame saved your life. And then you crossed him for home. Got on stage with Ho. You an actor, you ain't Poe. Joke no joke. You already know. Yo, man, I'm done, man. West Coast, put it up. No palm tree, the trees and the palms of dealers and fiends. Late night roam the streets. Weed is weaker, but it's cheaper. Not many chicks frontin' like divas. Out west, every chick's a model like Eva, and you know I'm far from believing her. So I'm G'ing her like she G'ing me. Banging in LA is a different thing. At the end, you either dead on the bang, getting out, doing better things. On Sunset, where they hang. Hollywood, where they hustle for change. Times Square here, it's the same. No matter where you go, you'll find a lane. On the west, they kick it with Kane. On the east, trees the social thing. East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your glasses, take a toast. If you rap, East Coast. When I'm on the west and I'm doing my thing, don't offer me coke or your nose I bang. Friends don't offer other deadly things. Thanks for the hospitality, we'll still hang. I won't judge you, leave me as I came. On the road to success, top of the game. Eat all the finer things in the food chain. Teach my kids to do the same. Whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your glasses, take a toast. If you rap, East Coast. You gotta love life and offer wonderful things. Being to travel is a privileged thing. Came back to the east, air wasn't fresh. Streets filled with trash, various people in the ass. It's easy to tell who's upper middle class. Police and racism, same as crash. Back to where they not social, where they less vocal. When they don't know you, be careful, show you around the East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, East Coast, whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Pop your bottles and toss the cork. If you rap, West Coast. Both coasts are known to give you fame. Got paparazzis playing cameras your way. Got you bobbing and weaving like Cassius Clay. Most thugs turn Muslim in older days. Change their name to Allah they pray. Probably till they decay. This go out to the east and west. For Big and Pac, y'all let's connect. Whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. Grab your raps, roll it up. If you rap, West Coast, whether East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. You can't get the West without the ES. So it's manifested that we connect. You know what it is. Choke, no joke, learn from mistakes, baby. You know what it is. Greg on the track. Rest in peace, baby. Either war, we here now. You know what. This go out to all the PJs around the world. Either war.
Nah, way back.
Sound
back.
Niggas and guns. Yeah. Let's go. Choke, no joke. All the projects in the world. You ever been to a project barbecue? Yes, I have. Play the half. Extra hours for more cash. You gon' half on that cognac. Get to the block cause it get packed. Little babies, adults or crack. We feed them too, we don't pump like that. Plus it's like us, giving back. And they sales is the reason why we got so many packs of chicken. The hood not missing. Muslim said don't put pork on chicken. They got on Al about that, they thought he didn't listen. He was the big touch from them government missions. But they forget that when they bite that chicken, this is when the players get knocked, cause it's hot out. The sexy show out, glowing with the back glass with them out. She see you with the next chick, then she them out. Hustlers them out, just for nothing. Bustin' for attention, just dumbin'. Cause we know y'all ain't bustin' nothing. You ever been to a project barbecue? Kids, sprinklers, deep thinkers, playing chess, our heads on your left, blowing gas. My Puerto Ricans playing handball, Miguel and Heck on the court. Niggas wanna be like Mike. Life's a box of chocolates, you're riding a pipe, playing the bench. Kids on the fence, watch your popo, chase Prince. Don't dismiss your brethren for dumb shit. Keep it gangster, don't shit where you live. 12-1 right up in your crib. You never been nowhere, where else could you live? What's that? That's gangsta boo coming through, throwing it up, fucking his muffler up, scraping the concrete with Willie's so sweet. He got escorted by the chief of police from 233rd, Laconia to Gun Hill Road. Got knocked in intel like Joe. Yeah, legal hustle, mega. You know what it is. It's choke, no joke about killing heat. Left my boo in my dudes when I saw the heat. Was going in 30 seconds, more like 23. Took flight like Mike number 23. Before the indictment came, I split like Jada, didn't get wet like Kane. Got out the game. I went from the tunnel, now movie making. So it ain't no confusion why you dudes be hating.
You already know. I'm here, baby. Grand Turks, Turks and Caicos. If you ain't know, now you know. Weather's beautiful out here. See the brilliant lady right there? I showed y'all the scarlet lady. I showed y'all the valiant lady. This is the brilliant lady.
Tonight you're gonna see the brother I know for sure can rap. And then
You know what it is. Choke, no joke. Eat a wall. Rest in peace, Fuego. Don't ask me why. We here now. Let's go. Born in the Bronx, raised in Eden Wall. Place where I saw soldiers fall. Let's go. JR, crushed between the war of the elevator, only 12. How would you cope if you were me? Let's go. Seeing the sight before 13. Probation, cause trespassing on the elevator was a felony. Blaming me, still went to the funeral cause I knew that it wasn't me. Carried the coffin before 13. Crack cocaine, hit the scene. Me a hustler, mom a fiend. I'm mad cause she keep stealing my thing. I'm draped in the jewels her addiction brings. That's the things that make us cry. Your baby mama don't let you see your child. Or when your mans leave the VI. We birth, we live, we die. We struggle to survive. Choke, what's your thoughts? Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Let's go. They say choke wanna rhyme now. How come? Been rhyming on my 5th album. 3 mixtapes, learn from mistakes. Rhyming on the porch back in 88 with Bo. He had a better flow. Studied on my hustle, didn't care about my flow. Never made it rich, saw the glow. Dude on 2/5, I stripped my pole. Follow Daisy, he on the low. Grimy and gritty, he stacked the dough. Up from the place, 250 in the safe. Cops to shoot you after the cuffs were placed. They wonder why I don't respect Jake. Why I can never spit it soft like Drake. Take it how you want it like a Drake cake at 8. You weak in the knees, I jab like Zab, your Harlem shake. It's choke, no joke, and I am great. We birth, we live, we die. We struggle to survive. Choke, what's your thoughts? Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Eat a wall, what up? Let's go. Accept defeat like Jay. Sign Nas in my later days. treat you like Obama. Like fifth get flicks of your mama. I might be more ruthless when it comes to trauma. Got higher guns on my shooter. 40 Glock, wipe out you Douglas. Pull up your pants, can't you see they losing you? How they do that and they so tight. Putting them on, got be abuse to you. Top 10 in the game, coming through for you. The lyrical molester abusing you. Sway Shaheem Reed and Tuma. I'm more hip hop than MTV and Puma. Better get my name on the list as the greatest truth teller, and I never gave a shit like this. Joke no joke, you know what it is. We live, we die. I'm struggle to survive. Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Yeah, you know what it is. Rest in peace, Grego. Yeah, joke no joke. Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is. Yeah, yeah. Already know. Joke no joke. Learn from mistakes. Joke no joke. You already know. Y'all know I love that cooch. You know what this is. I love that cooch. Yeah. It's the A thing. Clean cooch. Let's go. Yo, what's up? My nuts when I wake up. Got more than wood and I just bust one. And mahogany, I'm Ron Isley. Between the sheets, and she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D, her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eye, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it for me to taste it. Red lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Suge Sprite. I love her. I eat her coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Suge Sprite. I love her.
What's going on, bro?
Yo, Cliff, what up, man? Yeah, man, I just got your call. I missed it, my bad. What's going on?
Yo, man, I got an issue, man. On everything I love, man. These kids got me tight, man. I go and I find out that both of my sons, man, is involved in some kind of gang activity, man. I work too damn hard to keep them away from that life, man, and for them to choose that, I just feel totally disrespected, man. I need you to come talk to these little niggas, man, before I just hurt one of these niggas, man.
What? Come on, man. You ain't raised them guys like that, man. You serious?
Gang life, man.
Say word.
Hey, man, I don't know. They got somebody in their ear influencing them, man, and I need you to come talk and holler at these little niggas, man, because, look, I'm at my wit's end, man.
Nah, man, I'm over there.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I'll let you in a minute.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, my nigga. One.
Yeah. DJ 2, you know what it is. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Hey yo, come here, man. Oh, you think I'm corny, huh? Oh really? I see more guns than Tommy. Who's Tommy? Was I in the army? No. Nah, I got my stripes though. Now listen, broke many nights. Doing what? Pitching that white. No matter hard or soft, trust me, I'm cut from a different cloth. Now look at me, I don't knock my man off. If I gotta kill him, I step off. You know why? When you kill a trife, find yourself killing all your life. Word is bond. You have to live, little nigga, to experience life. Trust me, your mama's the one there at the end of the night. Let's go. Youngster, you are me. Yeah. It's a reason they call me OG. Let's go. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Come here, man. Listen, you little jerk. I'm gonna tell you to put in work. What? Then they gonna give you a gun. Who's already a op? They really want the block. Are you serious? And you gonna take the shot. And then you go to jail. What? 3 hots in a cot, 20 flat to be down with the block. No, I don't. You thought it was your beginning. Nah, that's where you stopped. They knew the outcome and didn't let you opt out. Why? To take they opt out. You the one they'll forget about. No, they won't. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Yeah. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Okay. Saw things you didn't see. Sit down.
My man Delvin, see him?
Yeah. In Dominican Republic.
Alright?
Yeah.
We here.
Yeah. Joke, no joke. Primo, you ain't want to give me no beat, so I'm stealing one. Take it personal. You know you my guy, Primo, love you. You gonna give me a beat after this one. I never thought that you would cry at me, go against me, and backstab. Third eye is strong, word is bond. Put you on the fakes, and now you won. I gave you support, and you played me. For those who play with butt, yeah, I'm talking Breakfast Club, Revolt, whatever. All I know is birds of a feather. Hang with those that they hate. Once the realness, now you fake, and I see through you. What you gonna do when they book you and your Duke shoot? I know you think I'm expose you. This ain't no threat, take it personal. Choke, no joke. 2023, it's all me. You hear me? 2023 is on me. They say, why I don't come around the game? Cause all y'all do is undercover gay. And I don't play those fucking games. Yo, stop the track, I'm fucking Slay. Rest in peace, K. Slay, man. Let's get to the Stay out. Don't follow those cats. Choke, no joke. You already know. Let's go out the Grey Go. Now I'm out the game. Feel good, not pictured in the hood. And I really don't think I could go back to selling crack and stashing them packs in my ass. I maintain weekly money the same. And nah, I don't go through them games. Niggas testing my brain with them triple beams filled with change. Pot crack, grams in the drain. Get hit with the fake exchange. Like baking soda flour after being on Broadway for hours. Getting knocked, being back at start. Niggas testing if I got heart. Pushing me to pop some shots. Just stop the ball before the start. Old lady with the binocs. Give description to cops. Why they try to tear us apart with that good cop, bad cop. I ain't going for the game, he ain't tell you a thing. Your partners with them saying the same. You tighten them cuffs till you see veins. Stop fucking yanking them down. They might fuck you if you ain't sane. And nigga never sniff cocaine. And I don't care what game or part of the area you claim. Gray Scarface, you must must be insane. Nigga, Tony fucked the boy's dame. His right hand man, he's slaying to get his back blown out the game. Do it on the low, let nobody know. No pillow talk to home. And if he step on your toes, don't bust a blame, cause everybody will know. Or get out the game. They say that change is good. It's a lot of stress in the hood, and I know if you could, you would. Get out the game, but you stuck in that time. Where the nigga in public like Shine. For a witness to drop a dime. For self-defense, do or die. Celebs doing time. Mike Vick on the child line. Even Kobe, Jason Williams, Gage, kick like Shinobi. Little Kim for perjury. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? Let's go. When it's late night, make sure it's packed tight. And when you take those flights, never eye the Jake in sight. And shake them fuckers when they dead to right. Making a fifth go rumble. Because of stick up trouble. Blasting your gap for a cat, or in fact, for some crap that don't involve you. For some dudes that don't love you, all they wanna do is pawn you until you go down. And don't do shit for you when you lock down, or even when you touch down. But they tell you to go to the pound. The same block that gave you a pound. Years in the pen, now you live it again. What mind state are you in? When you back it for 10, and you was just waiting for a teen to come home to relive it again. Entrapment should be a sin. The way they reel us in, will roll us to a revolving door to bring us in. This shit is insane. The game is insane. The game will fuck with your brain. That's why I'm out the game. Yeah. Just get out the game, man. I know they told y'all there's only 2 ways out. Jail and death. Nah, just get out, nigga. Just get out, man. It's easy. Just walk away, nigga. If they care about you, they'll let you go. If you in the game and you want to go and get a better life, and they won't let you walk away, what do that say? Get out the game, nigga. You wanna sleep easy, nigga? Look at these rap niggas, nigga. You wanna be the next rapper? Trapper, clapper, federal indictment rapper, huh? I keep telling y'all niggas, man, get out the game, man. Joke no joke. Grego, you already know. The beast is chemical, baby. That's why I'm out the game. Learn from mistakes. DJ S&S the great. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. Best day of my life, no sleep all night. Broke day for weeks, my cash was right. My capo tight, take our loot, unite. 23-hour shifts had to see loot like Mike. Cash lovely, yeah, Dougie. How could this day get so ugly? Wifey bout to pop like some bubbly. Yo, through those 9 months, you really bug me. Felt like a star, cop first car. Get up with the guard, what it is, baby, paw. Hip out the cop a van, get up with our mans. Before we reached our low spot, toes blam. Unaware what happened, discussing and clapping. It wasn't loud, ain't shit gonna happen. Me being stupid, instead of getting they moving, this nigga kept chefing like the woo one. Then we heard a knock, no one knew of this spot. 6 niggas in the spot, 6 niggas not. Ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. I'm in the precinct all damn evening. This good cop, bad cop shit got me steaming. No, I was caught, I ain't give a fuck. Had jokes like the usual suspects line up. Book times up, came back fucked. Shirt wrinkled up, my pigs roughed me up. clink of the cuffs. Niggas was so deep they had to call on the bus. Everybody that checks outside waiting on us like ghetto celebs. Our styles ain't plush. 5 in the book and gave a whooping. He never forget. They gotta be split. Up in the courtroom, they cause it ruckus. Everybody in the jacks waiting on us. Try to bail us out, that thought got thrown out. Bill was so high, I couldn't bail half a nigga out. Hopped out, that's what first fell in the bow. Back on the bus, Rikers the row. Wifey in the courtroom crying out. We love y'all with tears running in their mouth. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. Choke no joke, learn from mistakes. Keep chasing that paper, you gonna catch a case. DJ S&S the great.
Choke no joke. Yeah. It's choke no joke. Choke no joke. Chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke. Niggas choke.